boys. $42nd. Um, I forgot about that part. Okay, right. Yeah, we still got to figure out that Discord. We're gonna start bringing people into that Discord here shortly for the ultra low latency. That's gonna be a separate package. We'll talk about that in the future. But anyways, here we go. 2 seconds to the bell. Wow, that kind of flushed hard. Somehow I pulled 160 bucks out of there with 450 shares. I still have mine on increments of 5. Oh wow. Gotta cut it. I gotta move the increments down. We're not getting any quick rips. I'm already down 200 on it. I was up 200. We go back down to 450. It does have the ability to move, but nah, we're just not getting any movement up. Sellers are stacking like crazy. The volume on this one's just too low. Okay, so exactly what I figured would happen. Just look at that. You can't even get any profit. It pops for a second and nothing. I'm going to stay 450 shares until I feel like we're going to actually get somewhere with this one. So definitely some weakness going on here, guys. I'm not liking this one at all. I kind of want to just let this one go. Trying to sell on the ass there. ABVC is going straight down, which is why I'm kind of not really looking at it. Made $175 there. I don't know. This thing is not that pretty. Gotta cut that. Man, I really can't make any money today. FWBI. Okay, that would be interesting to see. I'm not so sold on this one. I'm gonna go to ABVC and look for a see if we get a W pattern here. Nexi, I'm sort of just like, it's got range, but it's kind of going down. They both are bad, but I'm thinking I could get maybe a double bottom here or something on ABVC. So we're gonna let this come down. It might flush out. I don't want to get too aggressive. No. 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 Okay, you guys got to be careful today. So I was watching how that broke through ferociously like that with speed. Might be able to get a double bottom here. Gotta cut it. Yeah. Am I down 350 on this? I am. Might have to just walk away from this one. FWBI, yes, halted up. I like the look of that. I feel bad. Next, he just sort of fell apart. As range too. 27 up to 47. That's 20 cents, but anyway. Sorry. Can't be burping anymore. FWBI micro float. It's a possibility here. Saidu. I think ABVC is done unless it starts popping up again. This is unhalting here shortly. I want to go back to next and try to get my money back, but I think I'm gonna wait. Then like a breakdown, red volumes high. It's like sellers are aggressive right now. We'll see if it curls back up. We've been seeing the curl back up lately. We'll see if we can get in there. But right now, it's just that exactly my fear. Next year, like I talked about, it's just been grinding up pre-market and then selling off hard at market open. WBI. I didn't make anything. At first I had 90 bucks, then I lost 100 bucks. It's the market cooling off. This sucks. What? Oh my gosh. Like, the fills can't get any worse. It's too extended. I see side you, yeah. That's too close to a halt down. I would have bought that dip. That's just too close to a halt down. This thing's starting to cool off now. Bounce off VWAP right there. So FWBI. There was a little bit of action there, but it's too close to the halt level. Last thing I want to do is be stuck in a halt right now. So I'm going to come back to this. Yeah, I'm not going to rush into that. Every time I rush into a trade, that's not good. So I'm bringing this over. I don't think that's going to work out. That's likely coming down, I would think. Maybe not. Got to cut it. Side dues halted. Looks a bit risky, but up from 730 to 856. A lot of range. Hey, good morning, Frank. So I will caution you guys, there's going to be a lot of stocks probably ripping and halting randomly. I would just be cautious that they could be a bit too risky. Low liquidity, low volume. This thing's holding VWAP at least. So sort of waiting on this one to do something other than go sideways. Side dude's going to unhalt here. It's got to be soon. 35. It must be a 10-minute. 35.46. 35.46. Yeah, it looks like volume, so I'm going to try to see if this one comes back alive on a double bottom. This is spready, so you want to be a little bit lighter size. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think sellers got this one. Haul down on this is 524. Mm, I don't know. That doesn't look too promising. The buyers on this one just have no control. You look at the volume profile, you just look at the price action. The buyers have very little control right now. Side you. Did it just halt again? I should have been on side do. Oh well. Where did that where did that resume at? Sazi? Mm. Buying at the highs. Sazi's not bad actually. Next, you just have to let it go. It's done. Sazi not bad. Halt up is 6. So we're not really worried about a halt up. Halt down is 4. Not really worried about a halt down. Trying to look for a dip. It's not giving us really a dip here. Are you kidding me? False breakout. Gotta cut it. I'm gonna cut it right there. It filled me. I saw the bid at 32. Why is it giving me 528? False breakout. That kind of sums up today's market. I was looking at the chart. I was like, we should at least get 560. Nope. It was a false breakout. It goes from 42 up to 46, and that's it. So maybe not as good as I thought. We were at resistance though in its defense. Spreads on this are nasty. Saidu. What's the daily? The daily it does have a good daily here. Okay, so when's the resumption on Saidu? $46. Is it gonna be a 5-minute? $10.75 resumption. It's another 10-minute halt. I'll see if I remember that one. I didn't get the dip. Spreads on this are like a little nutty. Gotta cut that. That's a bigger loss. I don't know. We're not making much headway today, boys. 8,000 yesterday. Nothing today. Oh my gosh, Sazi. But look at those spreads, how they open up like that. There, I got my money back. That's a nice rip on Sazi. I don't. It's market's getting shaky, guys. Let's just say that. Look at that. Still debating whether I want to do something on Sazi. I see Nexi coming down, kind of slowing up on the red. Why is it? Why am I hitting the ask? The ask is at 632, but it's putting me at 623. That's my question. That was a nice win though. But I said sell on the ask. And it sold me like 10 cents below the ask. So that was the first pullback after a reversal on the 5-minute. We'll add that to the classes. Saidu. Go for a dip on this. That puts me up $500 on the day. Watching the seller, he's breaking. A big buyer came in. This thing's kind of off to the races here. Waiting for a bigger dip. It's I do. I don't know. Spreads aren't too big on that. I'll let another trader trade that. You know, I'll let another trader do that one. Spreads. It's hard to manage risk when the spreads are that big. You take one trade, you get lucky, you hit big, but that to me, that's not a consistent strategy. To me. So I'm up 670 now on the day. That's actually a nice turnaround. Being up $700 after 8.5 yesterday. So we're just gonna take it slow and steady because you that euphoria can get to your head like just like that. And you buy high just like that. Just like that. See how I just did that? Try to get out of this at 673. I think it'll go a little higher. And I gotta pull out of there. I actually got a good exit. It's like just like that. Buy a little high. Lost $50 on that. Yep. Follow your max loss, Jimmy. I'm talking to you, Jim. Guys, seriously, if you're hitting max loss day in and day out, and you're in a rough trading season, then tighten up your max loss. Excuse me. I don't know. That thing's failing. I lost $200 on this thing. That's what I'm talking about, guys. You get a little over aggressive. I came a little too late to the party there on that one. Can't believe I lost 200 on that. That was ridiculous. Broski, broski. What was I thinking? I'm now going to trade exclusively Nexi. It's the only one that has volume. There we go. Now I can see. Sun was getting so dang bright. I like that Nexi's kind of hit a bottom. I'm pissed that I even went over to side do. I got sucked into side do. Whoever called out side do is banned from this premise. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Trading pennies 9. I see. Okay. 9? IFBD looking as it might be a sleeper. Has it hit our scanners yet? Not yet. That was a nice pot from 589 to 645. You catch that with 3,000 shares, you're making a lot of money. So I don't want to buy up here, but I want that ask to drop. Right on the tape. I don't know. This is a terrible pattern that I'm in. Somehow it went green though. I'm going to try to get this up to 644 because that's a surprising move, and that surprising move like that will pinch shorts. That's a bit surprising it did that. Part of me wants to hold. It's going to catch shorts off guard because that should have not done that. Sold 2/3 there. Putting my other order on the ask up there at 650. The spreads on the spreads on this are nasty. Yeah, that failed. Okay, good. Good deal. Good deal. This is where I usually get chopped up, so I'm going to size down. So on full blown break. See, I told you these moves that you don't expect, those are the ones that go the biggest. And I picked up $100. Now it's probably a little bit extended. We got 65 likes already. Let's try to get to 66. Keeps me motivated to trade live. Last year, first time streaming live. Actually, no, so it wasn't the first time. It was the first time I did it regularly. First time I traded live was 2 years ago, when Relentless and those people started watching and catching on. But it is a little bit of a distraction, so I appreciate all the support. It's mostly my own fault because I sit here and I like to talk and crack jokes all day, and I should be paying attention to price act. Okay, here we go. Break a 7. Exactly my point right here. Give me a dip. Give me a dip. Nah, there's no dip. See. What am I doing, bro? I got to change the frequency down to 2. Let's go for a dip here. Halt up is unknown. I'm just going to take that. It's getting too extended. Alpha Trader not currently, but we are trying to get that set up here. So what I have to do is look at all the members from the classes, get their Discord names, and then bring them into the private streaming area. Careful, guys, here. But I don't. My main concern was if I streamed on both platforms. Careful here, guys. Would there be lag? I don't think there will be. The only thing with Discord is there will not be a video of my rosy cheeks on there. It would just be audio and screen, from what I could tell. And I'm sure some of you guys are relieved to hear that. Anyways, okay, we have a topping tail here. We got a 5 minute, 5 minute. Okay, will do. I gotta cut that. Oh, I knew it would come back up too. The ask is just so screwy. Ah. Okay. Just be grateful for the 700 because now I'm getting angry. This thing is not fun to trade. Gotta get that right entry on this one or you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. Selling 2/3 there. This thing's incredibly unstable. Selling the other third there. I feel like we'll get a rip up to 730. It's like it should have went there. Ideally, that should have went right there. It didn't go. We've been seeing a lot of rejections as of late. So yeah, yesterday over 8,000 profit. So that was, a huge win. Stupid. Side you back up. Thing's sort of going sideways. It's a bull flag, but It's kind of shaky, but it's going. I'm taking that break even. That looks like it's rejecting. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad, but um, it's also a little unstable too. I gotta get out of there. Oh wow, I am just not dialed into this thing at all. Break is 780. Is that coming up? I gotta cut that. It's getting a little too extended. I haven't been able to crack. I haven't been able to really make any money on this move here, so that's kind of the sad part. Trying to see if we get the run to 780. Kind of got a little bit of rejection there. A little bit of a double, almost a double top on the micro 1 minute chart. 5 minutes still is good, so that's what could hold it up here to get us to 780. It looks like I'm missing it. Oh shoot. I totally missed all that. That was that, that's an anomaly. That doesn't happen very often. I did miss it. 786. Is the whole level going to move? I gotta cut it. I didn't get the 600. It went to 600. I put my order on the ask. It didn't get filled. Slimy, stupid stock. Yeah, 84 likes already. You just got to be careful because now we're kind of pushing in dangerous territory, but try to get the rip through 915. This thing likes to be a little bugger. Halt up is 943. It's looking kind of risky up here. Halt down 646. Usually like to be careful when we get a topping tail like that. So this is going to add nicely. Could have bought that dip there. The halt level moved up to 84. Difference between the spread and the ask is shit. Let's see if it pops back up. No, I gotta cut it. I just got in late. You can't get in late. Trying to just go for the $100 there. Okay, you got to be careful. This is where you can easily get back a lot of profit. I gave back $200 already. I don't want to get back anymore. I got to cut that. That's too bad. 5-minute top until I get back 500 off the top here. That's too bad. I think the fact that that 5-minute chart is a giant top and tail, it creates an issue. Oh, wow. Okay. That's frustrating. I'm going to go down to 900 shares because I feel like I'm going to mess up somehow. Can't get any good fills. 200 order. I want this to rip through 944. It's just not happening. Getting there a break-even trade. Should have just taken what I had there for a second. These spreads are pretty big. Wow. Brutal. I feel my emotions ticking up here a little bit. And so I have to be careful because I feel my emotions coming up a bit. I don't know, guys. It looks just a little shaky. It might do a mega rip again. I might not be in for it, but I gotta go down to 900 shares. I'm trying to just get a decent fill for once, but I'm just down to 1366. I gotta take it easy on this. It might just take off here out of this consolidation, but brutal, 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 brutal. Very brutal. Okay, I got to pay attention to what's going on here. Sorry. So we're looking for a rip over 943. We're in this consolidation. I'm just like gave it a lot of stabs here. Thought this was going to go. It really felt like it was. And there was a lot of times I could have taken profit, but I'm trying to hold for the full move, except the problem is when the full move doesn't happen. Flush, I'm guessing. This thing's brutal. That thing is brutal. Shorts might get pinched here. Sometimes we see a candle like that, and the next candle goes big green to the breakout. I don't know if we'll see that today, but I'm just simply trying to sell on the ass because that's the only way. I gotta cut that. That was a bigger loss. I'm just gonna use market orders, I guess. At least with market orders, I'll get out. It'll be a break-even trade most likely. I won't get profit, but at least it'll be break-even. Otherwise, the price just drops on me. It's like a 2-bar pullback, 5-minute. It's definitely a little tricky, this one here. So if you're interested in the archives, check out our live trading package. It's probably one of the cheapest way to get in to the 50-50 strategy. I feel like this is a questionable area. I don't trust it. All down 688. Frick. I should have just sold into that pop. That was a good trade, too. That was a good trade. Daisy, you go potty? Other side? That was a good trade. In my opinion. I was up potentially very good amount of money. I don't think I even made any money on that. And so right now we're trying to trade the backside, catch these dips on the way off, see if we can catch a 10, 20-cent pop. I got to cut that. I got smoked on that. Wow, back to 1200 red. Hey, that's pretty good pop there. I'm going to try to hold this for a bigger move to 811. I need this trade to work. There we go. It's taking hold. We need the crowd to join in on it. There we go. Selling basically all of it. I can't afford to not lock that in. There you go. There's 2,000. Saidu W pattern. Yeah, Aaron. If you sign up on YouTube for the live trading archives and live trading package, you get 50% off the classes, right? Because they're two separate packages. Some people want to watch the classes, and some people just want to do archives live trading. So they're separate in that way. But if you do bundle them together, you sign up on YouTube, and I come in contact with me on YouTube, and then I can send you a 50% off coupon, which, I mean, it's probably one of the cheapest entries into any sort of day trading education for the 50/50 strategy. I'm going cheaper than the people who learned the vast majority of this technique from me. I'm cheaper than them. They may be better teachers, though. They may be better teachers. So we got a pullback here. First pullback after a 5-minute rebound. Tempted to take a little trade. I'm cutting it. Where did it fill me? I lost a lot of money there. Man, 80. That's a 20 cent. I thought that would go. It probably still will go. That made me lose some money. I did end up going. I just need to trust myself for once. I got 1900. We got the 5 minute looks good. It's just a bit shaky the way this thing is. We're gonna be patient with. I do see side you going straight up. This one's a little annoying because the spreads can kind of make it a little difficult to understand. Mm. I'm gonna wait for a kind of a bigger drop, I think. This thing's just a little bugger sometimes. You just try to get a simple fill. Oh, they pull the bid about as soon as you sell. Okay, yeah, the mud water mushroom stuff is not that good. I'll be honest. So the 5 minute pattern, I read the 5 minute pattern perfectly. It's just I get so zoomed into like the price fluctuations, and if I don't, so there is drawbacks to this trade management technique, which is cutting trades as soon as they go red. There is drawbacks to it because there's times when the pattern looks just totally fine. We're just getting a little bit of turbulence, and although a little bit of turbulence could be your first indication the pattern's going to not work, you know, there's also a level of understanding that this stock does like to be a little bit turbulent. I mean, this right now is a full on breakdown. So this is not, if you were trying to hold through this, I would be like, eh. Saidu? I'm not signing up for Saidu today. I don't think. See if we get a rebound trade down here. Catch the way back up to 780. Just don't want to rush into it. I got out of there. I didn't get as much profit as I could have, but this does like to pop nicely off the lows. That's a bad trade. I got a nice exit there at 58, but dang, it's $100. We'll go for another dip. Try to catch the rip back up. I think we're gonna get a rebound. So as it fails on the backside, we can catch sort of the relief bounces, but you don't want to rush into them. And since the range on this is so nice, I don't want to buy high, no. Does look like a rebound here. Nope. Staying out of that. Oh. There we got it. Let's see if we get a run up to 790 here. I just took it. Fart in your bed. What is she? This girl's gone crazy. Oh wow, back up to 87. This thing always goes a little higher than you think. Wow. Up to, what did I say? I got to hold these trades longer. So there's a nice relief bounce. Within 2 minutes, goes from 750 to 795. That's 45-cent move. And plus, we're still going. If I chase it up here, that's going to be chasing it a bit high. I'm afraid. Oh, of course. See if I can get out of this. Smaller loss. There we go. Trying to get out of this with a smaller loss. We have typically been rebounding. There we go. Got out with a smaller loss. That was me like understanding that there was going to be turbulence. $5. $5. It's $5. Z. Nexi maybe. I'm usually watching the ask of trader to see, especially if I'm trying to buy a dip. I want to make sure the ask comes down with it, but sometimes I'm just watching this, waiting for it to drop. The stock here has been pretty good with buying, waiting for this thing to drop. Don't buy it as soon as it just drops 5 cents. Wait for it to really drop, and then try to get a low entry. It snaps back up. I'll try to do that here. Hopefully, we don't get a flush, but we're gonna see if we can get a dip here. I think we're gonna get a dip. The question is, how low are we gonna dip? So we're gonna let we're gonna let this thing dip. Sellers have had it for a while, so it looks like buyers may have won there. I was gonna buy and I didn't. See if we can get a dip. There's a nice dip right there. Up to 811. Pull in that order. Selling 2/3. Be careful. I think there's going to be a bigger move happening, but this thing drops so fast. There we go. And putting my last 450 up there. I don't know if that's going to get filled. Selling's kind of picking up here. You can tell because it's starting to come down here. Bids dropping. See if buyers come back in late. They're not coming in very strong, so I'll just take it. And look at that. Starting to go red here. So did you guys notice how it's like we had the fish biting there for a second and the fish kept kind of biting, but we weren't going anywhere, and then it just started to the bid started to slowly sink. Now I didn't get the best possible exits. I don't even know what exits I got, but I was like, it's now or never. Here is the fish biting. We have to take advantage of it because on this one it doesn't last long. The fish were biting for 20 seconds. Now they're no longer biting. So you can sit here, try to hold for the bigger move, but you're going to miss out on profit. Now we have an interesting dip that got bought up at 80 there. I'm going to wait for another dip. I want that ask to come. I'm looking for that ask to come down one more. I want it to go on sale a little bit more. It's not going on sale, so I'm just going to take that right there. It seems like buyers are kind of coming in here again. Yeah, this is a little dangerous. I got to cut it. So I think the problem with that trade right there is I said wait for the ask to drop. It didn't drop, and I actually bought high. So that cost me only about $150. Not bad. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, they've been watching for 2 years. So in this case, gave back about 100 and average 84.92. 6 times 25, 100. Gave back about $140. Oops. Uh, Off trader, can you hear me? What I was saying off trader was I'm watching the ask because I'm looking for a dip and I'm waiting for that ask to drop. Right, because if I hit market, I'm going to buy that ask, especially on a big spread. Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know if I trust that. I'm watching the ask, but it's almost not even looking at the size. It's just looking at the little green box drop. I'm looking for a dip in the price. This looks like we're about to take off here. I'm going to wait for it. See, now I'm waiting for that ask. I want a big dip. If I don't get a big dip, I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to buy high. Okay, I'm watching the ask. There, see how the ask just dropped right there? I'm taking that drop right there. Trying to see if buyers come in to take this up through 825. Trying to see how the ask. Okay, I'm watching the ask. There, see how the ask just dropped right there? Take the ask drops so quick. Yeah, we got selling pressure here, but I'm trying to see if we can get it to pop up one more time for me to get out on a decent price. They're taking it at 813. I can try for the ask, but see how like difficult now we have 10,000 share seller there. Okay, someone was asking about big sellers and big buyers. Now we have an equally big buyer there, but look at what's happening to him. He's getting eaten up. He holds a little bit. Is this something where you want to buy? You would not want to buy that. Why would you not want to buy that? There's multiple reasons. One, that bid got sold into. Two, we had 3 bars of bulls, so now it's the red team's turn. You know, the list goes on and on. 4, we're on backside, right? 5, we got a topping tail. So there, I think a lot of people are sitting here trying to figure out that one thing to look at for an entry, that one thing to look at for an exit, and it's like, well, there's more than one thing. You know, there's a reason why there's 30 hours of classes. Trading is on the outside appearance seems very simple, but there's a lot of complex things in trading, a lot of little nuances, and some stuff that, quite frankly, is completely subjective and can be very difficult to teach. That's why, you know, it is 30 hours of me talking. Get to know me, get to know my personality, figure out the way I think. It's called the trader's mindset. Okay, so now the deal is look at the 5-minute chart. This is not really just kind of a dip. This is more of a kind of a sell off. Now, it could be a dip. We could get a rebound here, but the odds are not super in its favor. We're on a 5 minute, like, we have this top and tail here. So this is not as much of a dip opportunity. Although, look at people are still going on for the dip. And from 50 to 66, theoretically, there's 10 cents in there you could pull out. There's $300 you could possibly pull out of there. So it's not a dip I wanted to take because sometimes what happens is these things just go straight down. But in fact, we did get that dip. So we're gonna give this some time. We're gonna just a little bit of time here to chill out. Not too much. See, look at that. But look at the spreads. Spreads are kind of bad on this. When the volume gets low, the spreads get especially bad. Look at the volume. So that's when you have to be even more careful about where you're getting in. For those wondering kind of what's going on, I did make this thing. The ultra low latency Discord stream that's starting up, but if you get the 1 year access, I'm guessing you'll catch that. But this is honestly the best value right here. And this, if you do the 30% off discount, this would not be that much. But this is the best value if you're interested. Probably one of the cheapest ways to dip your toes into day trading. Okay, don't rush into it. If you're tight on money, then please don't buy it. EJH. It's a maybe. It looks especially risky. So, anyways, what's the deal with this? Again, I got my 5 minute here, so I'm drawing my bigger conclusions at my 5 minute on my 5 minute chart. If I was doing it the right way, I'd be looking at the 5 minute chart. And right now, it doesn't look too pretty, but we could get some support here. See if we get the ass to drop again and then a rip up to 780. It honestly does not look that good, but it looks like we could go green up here. So I'm going to get ready to sell at 779. This is very light volume. This is already looking like I messed up. Now we're getting some green. I'm going to try to hold. It's a little risky, but I'm going to try to hold this up to 780, 790. There we go, 780. This is kind of going to trick some shorts, so we could get a rip up to 7. Could get a bigger rip. The bid's at 69, so I can't really take market. It'll just be a break-even trade, so it's got to go higher. 77, got some resistance. Let's see if buyers come in here for the next candle. I think they will. I'm going to see that rush of volume. I'm going to try to catch that volume. It's just getting weak. So I took market. I took 79. It looks like we could keep going, but it's just an example of you sometimes just got to take your profit while you have it. It's good. There's 86, 88 on the ask, 84. $88. Ah, shoot. That's 88's going to break, I bet. 90, 94. I'm gonna go down to 900 shares, go for a micro dip here. That's a good fill. Let's see if we get it up to through $8. It's a little risky up here. I don't like it. I want that bid to pop up so I get a smaller loss. I chased it way too high. That's my bad. I chased it way too high. I should have just. Oh well. Took it at 79. It goes to 799. That's $500 theoretically. Frick. Bigger emphasis on the 5. Yeah, yeah. Oh, especially reversals. Yes, you want to make sure that your 5-minute chart looks like the sellers are exhausted, right? You want to see kind of a bottoming tail. You want to make sure it's kind of like not a huge long candle like this. Make it some shorter like this that has the ability to actually make a wick. Yeah, so now I'm looking at the 5-minute. The 5-minute doesn't look that good. I buy kind of high. Let's see if we get a run to 811. We could get a bigger breakout here, so I'm going to try to hold. We saw 2/3 right up there. Ask came down big. I'm going to put my order up at 812, see if I get filled for $200. I'm just going to take that. I was going to add on that micro dip, and I should have. We got 90 likes already, guys. Appreciate it. I'm going to be careful. It's a bit extended. Five-minute chart now looks not so pretty, but it doesn't mean it's not going to go up. But it's just like, hey, maybe take it easy for a second. I'm going to go down to 900 shares, waiting for that ask to dip. It kind of dipped already, but I want it to dip more, I think. It's a little dip there. I'll take that. Again, I hit the ask. I filled at 809, but the ask was up at 807. That's fine. So might get an entry up here for a rip up to, who knows what. Oh, that's a really nice fill. We got a pretty big bid down there at 8,000 shares, but we'll see if he starts to break. He's at 5. He's at 4. I'm out. My buy and hold here. Well, Alpha Trader, old members have access to the classes. So the old members were grandfathered in. So if you were part of the grandfathering in process, you would have access. I think you were Alpha Trader. But again, guys, I do feel like I'm offering a pretty cheap offer. But yeah, if you're grandfathered in, yeah, you would. Let me see if we bounce up here nicely. I might order at 794. I'm not going to take it away. I don't think. I hate when that bid drops out. I got to cut that. I got to cut that at 87. I think you were a grandfather in. And guys, if you go through the classes, please, I've been trying, not really please, but we had Michael, he was commenting on like the one thing he learned from the video. I think that was really smart and really nice because you can comment on these videos. I think I have it set to most videos you can comment. So if if you do watch a video and you learn something, leave a comment about what that was so that future students, can see those comments and then, have a better idea of what maybe to keep their eyes open for. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool. So we got selling pressure. We got a 5-minute chart that looks like Nanny McPhee, and it's not looking so good. So we're going to